Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adai Tano program. Harley-Davidson of Guam. Visit our new showroom now located on Route 8 in Mighty. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dedido. Always open, always local.
Ahead on Primetime, Guam is feeling the effects of the federal shutdown, plus problems at the port. Nestor Lecanto speaks with the agency's new general manager. And Chris Barnett sits down with Senator Therese Terlahi, who opens up about losing her bid for Speaker.
Hoffing, good evening.
Well, President Trump sought to convince the public that there's an urgent need for a border wall, urgent enough to keep part of the government closed.
Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
My fellow Americans,
President Trump took to the airwaves Tuesday night to make his case for a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border.
all Americans are hurt by uncontrolled, illegal migration.
The president's first Oval Office address comes 2.5 weeks into a partial shutdown of the federal government.
Law enforcement professionals have requested $5.7 billion for a physical barrier. At the request of Democrats, it will be a steel barrier rather than a concrete wall.
In his speech, the president did not declare a national emergency over immigration, but said a crisis has developed at the border.
Every day, Customs and Border Patrol agents encounter thousands of illegal immigrants trying to enter our country. We are out of space to hold them, and we have no way to promptly return them back home to their country.
The president's address was followed by a response from Democratic leaders. They've said they will not negotiate with the White House until the government has been reopened.
President Trump must stop holding the American people hostage, must stop manufacturing a crisis, and must reopen the government.
No president should pound the table and demand he gets his way, or else the government shuts down.
The president plans to continue campaigning for a wall with a visit to the southern U.S. border on Thursday.
President Trump also plans to meet with Democrat leaders to continue negotiations.
Well, the negative impacts from the federal government shutdown are being felt everywhere, including right here on Guam.
That's right. We made a quick call to places like the Guam National Wildlife Refuge at Ritidian and recording states due to the lapse in funding. The refuge will be closed until further notice, but the financial distress does impact thousands more here in the territory.
No funding for a wall thousands of miles away is equating to money running out for federal programs. Public Health Director Linda Pinkleton Norsey says the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, once referred to as food stamps, is among those on the chopping block.
We're talking about 17,000 households, which translates to about 53,000 individuals, which is about 1/3 of the population.
The program, she says, provides more than 8 million benefits monthly. January benefits are covered, but she says SNAP recipients should be cautious.
Be prepared, just make certain that they buy their foods and prep up. However, if we don't have any issuance in February 2019 yet, until the funding is dispersed, then we will work with the local communities and see what we can get from the Salvation Army or other entities out there that can provide some assistance.
Public Health late Wednesday stated USDA is working with states to issue February benefits earlier than usual. USDA will be reaching out to states to instruct them to request early issuance of SNAP benefits for next month. States will have until January 20th to request and implement the early issuance. The shutdown also having rolling negative effects on the money for the Women, Infant, Children program, which caters to more than 7,000 people locally, and the Farmers Market program.
We just have to be patient because this is beyond us. It's all the way up at the federal level.
USDA has also ensured late today that the other major nutrition assistance programs have sufficient funding to continue operations into February, such as WIC. Additionally, Section 8 housing program at the Guam Housing and Urban Renewal Authority is dealing with the financial crumble. Norma St. is the program's administrator. She says this would impact more than 2,500 families.
HUD assured us that there's allocation available for January and February, but they're not very sure about March.
The only thing they can do for now,
keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully the government, Congress can resolve the issue, and hopefully the shutdown will end soon.
Former Port General Manager Joanne Brown is calling out her successor, saying Roy Respicio is planning to settle with a group of 7 fired employees that the port has been battling in court with for the past 6 years. Respicio denies Brown's charges that it's a political payoff to supporters of the new administration. He says a task force led by Deputy Manager Connie Shinohara will review the cases to determine if it's worth continuing the fight.
And so when you look at these cases, right, if you're paying for these legal fees, you got to do the risk analysis. What are we paying for and what are we getting in exchange? And these employees, for example, they would win their case to the Civil Service Commission and the Port Authority would appeal. So go to the Superior Court. Then there's further delay in that adjudicated process. And then the employee will win the Superior Court case and then this agency would appeal to the Supreme Court. And so justice delayed is justice denied. And
the fact that he's put this as like the very first item on his agenda, I think it's all a guise. I think he's intending to manipulate this process to try to do political payoffs. And at the end of the day, it's going to be the port that's going to lose. It's going to be the hardworking men and women that go to work every day and do their job properly. I'm very concerned. I think it's highly improper. It's unethical. It stinks to high heaven. And again, it's just about paying off people who they feel have supported them. And in return, hey, we're going to pay you off. And I think that is totally, absolutely wrong.
This task force is going to take into account all of the ongoing employee cases here at the Port Authority, and Ms. Shinohara will have authority to do whatever's necessary to gather up the documentation, to make a thorough analysis and to be able to recommend what the course of action will be.
According to KUAM files, the employees were accused of conspiring to make illegal payments to former marketing manager Bernadette Meno for a work injury claim. They appealed their adverse actions to the Civil Service Commission. 5 of them prevailed, but still await the results of the court appeal by the port. 2 other cases, including Meno's, have still not been heard by the CSC.
The former speaker speaking up and moving on after a controversial caucus left her out of the legislative leadership loop.
Chris Barnett reports.
Senator Therese Terlahi breaking her silence today, saying the controversial Democratic caucus that resulted in her being ousted from legislative leadership was a hard pill to swallow. Terlahi, the top senatorial vote-getter, lost her bid for Speaker to returning Senator Tina Muñoz Barnes.
It's disappointing. It's absolutely disappointing. And I was really, hoping it would go my way.
The island buzzing about the Democratic caucus results, which were leaked late last year, but the official announcement came the Friday before inauguration.
I've been really blessed with a lot of encouragement that no matter what, you just move forward and, you do what you went in there to do and don't let anybody deter you from that. And that's really been my goal anyways.
In a Democratic Party release touting the selection of Muñoz Barnes as Speaker, Barnes said no one becomes Speaker without the trust of their colleagues.
What's important to me is that the people of Guam seem to trust me, and so I'm just going to go with that.
And what of Speaker Barnes' assertion that Terlahi moved out of the Guam Congress Hall because she wanted a bigger office?
I don't recall ever saying that was the reason that I moved out.
The former acting Speaker of the 34th Guam Legislature says her critical approach to senatorial work is something she takes seriously. But in some cases, that approach may have rubbed her colleagues the wrong way.
I hope that they will just make their decisions moving forward based on merit, based on what the issue is in front of us, and not personalities, not politics. And that's really what I'm hoping for. I tell them straight out what it is that I'm thinking and how, what my opinions are on things. So they're not going to be blindsided and they know where I'm coming from.
Terlahi, one of the few opposition voices at the close of the 34th Guam Legislature, which saw a flurry of special interest bills hit the session floor.
I don't like it if we prioritize special interests over things that have been, plaguing the government for years. It's one of the reasons I ran.
While Terlahi said she's been called an obstructionist by her colleagues, she tells KUAM News that her supporters tell her, just do you.
They seem to like that I ask questions, and they seem to like that I'm not afraid to stand up for them even if I'm alone. And so I feel very good about that.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Speaker Barnes said only legislative leadership is housed at the Guam Congress Hall. However, Vice Speaker and Majority Leader Senator Tilly Nelson also moved out with Terlahi. The two senators have offices next door to each other at the Attic Commercial Complex.
Stand your ground. Senator Joseph Augustine again introducing a bill that would expand the Castle Doctrine law. Bill 14 states that a person should not be required to retreat in order to protect themselves against death or being a victim of another crime. The measure stating this would be the case whether the threats occur in a home, at work, or in a vehicle. St. Augustine introduced similar legislation during his previous term, but it was never moved forward. Additionally, he introduced Bill 15, which would appropriate nearly $300,000 from the general fund to the Guam Election Commission to cover costs for the 2018 primary and general elections.
Day 2 of the Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration, Governor Lou Leon Guerrero and Lieutenant Governor Joshua Tenorio announcing that they will next be visiting the Guam Department of Administration in Tamuning. The pair started the week meeting with leadership at Rev and Tax. The meeting at DOA is set for tomorrow afternoon. The visit is set to highlight the administration's commitment to reviewing the department's mission of providing administrative, fiscal, and technical support to GovGuam agencies, as well as to better understand the challenges and opportunities facing the department.
Stick around for more news here on Primetime.
You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Cheers to 80 years. It's our 80th anniversary and the gifts are on us. 80 gift certificates, 8 shopping sprees, 8 staycations, and 1 round-trip flyaway for 2 to Manila. So how do you enter? Calvo's Insurance personal home and auto customers are automatically entered. Non-Calvo's customers may enter by receiving a qualified quote. It's our way of saying thank you for trusting us for the past 80 years. For more details, visit calvos.com/giveaway or call 472-6816. Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years.
Explore your world wherever you are. Explore your world, home's never too far. Explore your world, no matter how far, wherever you are.
MTO, professional janitorial services with a warm hospitality touch. MTO gives that gift year-round. Pressure wash roofs, pressure wash driveways, lawn service, home cleaning, carpet restoration, office cleaning, commercial window cleaning, floor care. When cleaning is in order, MTO has you covered. Call 647-6861 to inquire on how you can receive the maintenance you deserve.
MTO, celebrating 30 years with you, Guam.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
Hoffman, and welcome back. It appears he got his wish. The man caught in a catfishing scheme was sentenced in federal court to 10 years in jail. Back in September, a federal jury found Wilfredo Lopez Jr. guilty of attempted enticement of a minor and transfer of obscenity to a minor. KUAM files show he testified he wanted out of the military and needed to stop his pay due to marital issues and not wanting to pay alimony or child support. On the stand, he said he knowingly participated in talks with a special agent posing as a 13-year-old girl. Lopez said he had responded to the Craigslist ad for massage services and exchanged photos with the user who went by the name Britt.
Drugs in the mail. Federal court filings detail findings from over a dozen packages intercepted by federal agents last year. The packages were en route to addresses from all over the island, from Jigo to Talifofo, as well as one heading to Saipan. The biggest bust was 453 grams of the white crystalline substance that tested positive for meth. That package was being shipped from Arizona to a post office box in Jigo. Court filings detail other findings, including marijuana and butane honey oil. No word yet on if any individuals have been charged in connection to these search warrants.
The man involved in Sunday's serious crash on Airport Road remains in critical condition. Guam Police Highway Patrol officers spent Wednesday morning conducting their investigation at the scene of the crash. It happened Sunday afternoon on Route 10A near Papa's Restaurant. The unidentified man was found unconscious and not responding. He was rushed to the Guam Memorial Hospital. No additional details about that investigation have been released at this time. Also under investigation is the first traffic-related fatality of 2019. On January 4th, that's last week, police responded to a hit-and-run accident along Route 15 by Chalan Momi and Tun Wan Dolores Street in Jigo. The victim was 27-year-old Ocando Sones, was walking in the area when he was hit by a car. Witnesses have since told authorities that a blue-colored sedan was seen fleeing the area. An autopsy revealed Sones died from massive head trauma. Police continue to search for the person responsible for his death.
Though the federal ban on cockfighting takes effect next year, island mayors from across the region are standing united. They're not going to let go of the sport without a fight.
On Wednesday, they passed a resolution to exempt Guam and neighboring islands from the ban. Carmen Terlahi has the story.
President Trump signing off on the Farm Bill makes cockfighting illegal on Guam and neighboring islands. The news isn't sitting well with regional mayors, including Saipan Mayor David Apatang.
Since we were growing up, our grandfathers, our forefathers, that's a practice here for us in the Marianas and Guam. The thing is that the U.S. Congress never even bothered to give us the opportunity to answer whether we agree with what they're doing or not.
Not able to vote against the ban, the Association of Mariana Island Mayors and Vice Mayors passed a resolution to make the law carve an exemption for the islands in the region. Chalampago Ora Mayor Jesse Gogui.
It's not about cockfighting. This is more important than just cockfighting. It's our right to be heard.
The discussion from mayors on the cockfighting ban was heated. However, it led to more questions about representation in the territories.
And if we don't have the right to vote for our president, we don't have the right to have a voting voice in the Senate, and if we don't have a right to have a voting voice in the House of Representatives, what you can't take away from us because you gave it to us as our fundamental right to petition.
A right that mayors believe should be respected, just like the consensus from this group of leaders that cockfighting is a tradition.
We support the Constitution of the United States. I'm a U.S. Army retired. I wore the uniform for 20 years. And, I'm always serving the United States. So at least give us the opportunity to comment on things that they want to put on hold, our livelihood on hold.
The resolution will be presented to congressional representatives from Guam and the CNMI. Reporting for Guam News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Terlahi.
And with regional headlines, here's KSPN 2 News.
Hafa-Day Guam, here are the headlines for CNMI.
This initiative is to amend Article 11, Public Land of the Constitution of the Northern Mariana Islands. Article 11 in the NMI Constitution states who will manage the public land, and all 8 Senate members of the 20th legislature voted no due to concerns from the Attorney General.
The initiative itself had major concerns. One of them is those that were raised by the AG, constitutional issues. And obviously the version that came out from the House did not address that.
But because the new CNMI Senate legislature starts Monday of next week, there is not enough time to make amends with the AG's concerns.
While we support the intent and purpose of the initiative, it needed to be cleaned up. So rather than lay it on the table, I think the Senate decided to make a statement that this is an important legislation, but without those fix and the amendments that are necessary, as recommended by the Attorney General, I think that the the diversion is not complete, and so that's why we voted it down.
Palacios says he hopes members of the 21st legislature will take up the issue and make recommended changes to the initiative.
For more news, visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2 News, I'm Ashley McDowell.
Back here at home, they have been granted reaffirmation of accreditation. The University of Guam's School of Business and Public Administration announced that for its Bachelor of Business and Administration Professional Master of Business Administration programs for another 7 years. That's the maximum number of years possible. The SBPA's business program is also the only accredited 4-year program in Micronesia. They received word from the International Accreditation Council for Business Education last month. UOG President Thomas Christ stated this underscores UOG's continued commitment of providing an excellent education to your students.
Stick around, sports is next, but first your island weather.
When catastrophic storms strike, do you know how to respond? The Building Industry Association of Hawaii, in partnership with the University of California, San Diego, is providing free disaster response and preparedness training. This training is designed for first responders, contractors, workers, and volunteers, and is open to anyone who has an interest in being better prepared for natural disasters. Please visit our website or call 888-479-4322.
How easy is it to earn reward points using the Alpha Plus app? Here, let me show you. Simply register with the all-new Alpha Plus app and earn reward points while making purchases at your favorite stores you already shop at. Just present the app to any authorized representative to earn your points. Now that was easy. Alpha Plus, make every day a plus.
I know a thing or two about chicken, and I love these new honey barbecue glazed tenders. Maybe because they're sweet, like me. He's just gonna love this. Adorbs. Or maybe because they're spicy, like me.
Thank you for the sweater.
You're welcome.
Introducing McDonald's Sweet and Spicy Honey Barbecue Glazed Tenders. Made with all white meat chicken, hand-tossed and glazed to order. They're the perfect combination of sweet and spicy, just like Grandma.
Has it started?
Start something new this year when you buy a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram from Cars Plus and Mighty. Like a new Jeep Compass Sport, $175 per paycheck. Or a new Chrysler Pacifica LX, $213 per paycheck. Or save $10,500 on a new Ram 1500. How about a new Jeep Wrangler Sport, only $309 per paycheck. Plus, receive a Cars Plus Shell Value Card with every vehicle purchase. So this year, start something new with a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram. Only at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. We're in studio talking with members from the Guam Powerlifting Federation, Grace and Big Tone. First off, congratulations on a big 2019. Looking busy as well. But first off, Grace, let's talk about how many members you guys have currently with the Guam Powerlifting Federation.
Actively, we have about 8, but it's growing.
And I know you guys compete off-island, Big Tone, Vegas,
yes.
2018. You got the world record for the bench. Tell us about the experience and how you were awarded that gold medal.
So Grace didn't tell me that I was breaking a world record. I heard it from the announcers. So as soon as I got up, I was super surprised. And, you know, I said, win or lose, we did something for Guam. So I was extremely happy that we were able to do that.
And the interesting thing about that was after you did the lift, you were tripping out because the lady was patting you down.
Yeah. So I didn't know that after you break a world record, they inspect all your gear to find out if you were cheating, and obviously we didn't cheat. So.
And you fall under the tested category.
Yes.
You actually took silver
Yes.
But then you were awarded the gold medal.
Yeah, so the guy, he tested positive on a banned substance. They didn't say exactly what, but USPA actually called me and awarded me the gold medal.
And Grace, you're offering a different type of workout. You have people doing the bodybuilding thing, bikini, men's physique, women's physique, but powerlifting, something fairly new to Guam.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about what you guys have planned.
Okay, what we definitely want to grow the sport here on island. One of the things that I'm trying to bring to awareness is that anybody can do it. Tone will tell you that there are men and women as young as 14 years old, all the way up to, was it an 88 years old.
Wow.
And it just goes to show that it's a way to build strength and to increase, I think, confidence in who you are, no matter what shape, size, color you are.
Run through the events for those that don't really know anything about powerlifting. What are the lifts consisting of in powerlifting?
Okay, it consists of 3 different lifts. It's the squat, bench, and deadlift.
And you yourself, you hold some records too.
I do. I actually, at this particular meet, I got the bench press record for the masters category, benching 203 pounds, and also the deadlift record, 447 pounds.
Big Tone, we've seen all your posts. Let's run through your numbers, bench, squat, and deadlift.
So my squat is 680, my bench is currently 485, and my deadlift is 680. I'm chasing that 700 though.
And 2019, you guys have some events lined up that you guys are hoping to compete in.
Yes, we did. We actually qualified because our numbers qualified us for nationals in Vegas in July. We are also aiming for, it's going to be a first. We're still talking about it. They're going to move worlds from Vegas to Ireland this year, for this year.
All right, real quick, let's hold up these medals. If you are out there, you want to get involved with the Guam Powerlifting Federation, go ahead and drop some info on how people can contact you guys.
Okay, so you can contact either me through my social media, either Vegas Grace on Instagram, or you can actually find me on Facebook, just under my name, Grace Takuyan. But we also have the Guam Powerlifting Federation on Instagram as well.
Yeah, you can contact me, Big Tone 88. Just message me and I can help you out.
All right, last but not least, online registration still going for the Marianas Open, Copa de Marianas this Saturday. All you have to do is log on to marianasopen.com and register. That's it for sports. We're back right after this.
Matson is in this community. We've been in this community for decades. We're going to be in this community for decades to come. Things will get busy, things will get quiet, but we're going to be here. We're your hometown carrier. And that matters to us.
Reliability is the core of our business. We take pride in ensuring that we arrive in Guam on time as scheduled.
It's our local employees who understand the market, who understand the business, and provide that hard work for you each and every day.
When we hold ourselves to high standards, our customers also hold us to high standards. We establish good business relationships that turn into friendships. That's why it's so important to be here and be trusted by your customers. We want you to trust Matson like your friend, like your family.
We are the Half Day Pledge Kids. What's the Half Day Pledge? It's a promise to share a Half Day spirit and to protect our culture. Like saying Happy Day! Homeground!
It also means promising to keep our island clean.
Like cleaning up the beach? That sounds so easy.
It is. Anyone can sign up, even kids just like us.
How do kids sign up? It's easy. Moms and dads call the Guam Visitors Bureau and sign your kid up to take the pledge.
All kids get certificates, bags, and can enjoy cultural activities at the signing ceremony.
We are Half a Day Pledge Kids, and you can be too.
Attention drivers, it's your last chance to save big during Triple J Auto Group's absolute year-end clearance. Take advantage of our lowest prices of the year on Hondas, Acuras, Fords, Mazdas, Lincolns, Volvos, Kias, and used cars. Plus, no payment for 90 days or 1.9% financing on approved credit during our absolute year-end clearance. Visit us online, triplejguam.com, and get pre-approved instantly. Some conditions apply. See dealer for details. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy birthday to you, Zion Kichichu Pengalinen. Also turning 12 today, Kyrie, Marjorie, Roslyn, Tubunar. Happy birthday, love your family. Happy birthday, Manuel Aguinino, the best dad and bestest papa in the whole universe. We love you so much from your family. Happy birthday to Princessa Zaimani Nicole Pakaigui Pengalinen. Happy 3rd birthday to our precious. May the Lord continue to bless you with many more blessed birthdays to come. We love you so much. Cheers to another beautiful and memorable year from Papa and Ama Pengalinen, Mommy and Daddy Nina, Jevi, and Nino Germ, Uncle Jun and Auntie Chloe, Auntie Kim, and Sissy Zairi Hope. Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include your photo, your name, and birthday.
And that's going to do it for us here on Primetime, Chris. But stick around. Extras up next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.
Well, thanks for sticking around for KUAM News Extras. Tonight, we get details to the 7th annual Pizza, Pop, and Power Tools hosted by the Guam Trades Academy. But first, a free series designed to keep you safe in responding to natural disasters is set for next week.